I am such a sci-fi head, so this series is right up my alley.
Yes.
One of the reasons I love science fiction so much is because we use our imagination to show what is possible in the future. We're just waiting for science to catch up. For instance, in Star Trek, the little tricorder is really my version of a smartphone. So my question to you is, what kind of technology in the series that we don't have now that you see as a possibility once the science catches up?
Mm. We have all sorts of technology in it. We have one of my favorites props is I've got this little music device which I spin. And I mean, Bella Sway, the character I play, has a really eclectic taste in music. So we see a lot of that. We see a lot to do with plants as well, and really interesting growing styles, which is stunning. The architecture as well is pretty beautiful. And obviously, my spaceship, Cat, has to be my favorite. It's Bella's home. I spent a lot of time in there. And the way I fly my spaceship as well with these rings, I don't think we've seen anything quite like that before. So I got to take those home with me and practice on my sofa. I got to create my own G-force, which was sort of pressing my feet firmly into the ground and like. But yes, loads of technology. There's a lot. And there's some brilliant Zoom calls. Well, I suppose Moonhaven's version of Zoom calls, just like we're on now. And I think that scene itself is a highlight for me. It's great.
So we've only seen 4 episodes, but there's definitely, in my opinion, a war brewing up. You have the Earthers who are like, we sent you up there to fix our problems. And then the Mooners are like, you know what, we're comfortable. We're not going back to that cesspool.
Mm.
But it was one statement that was said, I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, it won't be bombs of violence that destroys us. It will be doubt. Tell us what your perspective is on how that applies to society today.
Mm. First off, Peter Rocco is a poet. What a beautiful line. And it resonates wonderfully with our time now. But yeah, I think it's just speaks of humanity, doesn't it? And the choices that we make, and not learning from our own mistakes a lot of the time and repeating patterns of behavior, which is what IO is seeking to sort out right from the off. Um, but yeah, Moonhaven is all about love and healing and nature. Um, so yeah, I suppose it's everything that undercuts that, and everything that sort of comes from the earth.
So there's so many layers packed into your character of Bella, and I enjoy the series as those layers are peeled and seeing how she evolves. My question to you is, what aspects of Bella's personality do you identify with yourself?
Mm. I think I sometimes do have a dryness in my character. I do like that side of sense of humor. But for me, it was kind of a lot of opposites. I think I'm very dog-like in my energy. I am very enthusiastic and I'm quite silly. So to sort of pare that down and kind of find this cooler energy that's kind of backward leaning and more cat-like, I really enjoyed. And to take my time with things, as well. I'm kind of like go, go, go energy, whereas she kind of sits back. Even that image of like film noir, like a cigarette sort of out of the mouth, kind of cool. Um, so that was a challenge, but also a joy, to be sort of back footed instead of front footed all the time, and to think with her fists, but also with her head. Um, yeah, what similarities do we have? Her loyalty, her love, her vulnerability at times, um, her letting her hair down, her running. I love to run and be physical in that sense. I enjoyed all those running montages that we did and channeling Tom Cruise. That was really fun. um, her love of food. I love food. I love eating. Anytime there was a prop on set, it would be in my mouth, um, if it was edible. Um, so like the mints, just all sorts. The grapes. Her playfulness as well that comes out at times, particularly when she's on her own or doesn't think that anyone's watching. Um, Yeah, and having firm friends and holding those close.